Good Friday afternoon, everybody. Emerson Lehmann here in the WBAY newsroom, and we are doing this digital news desk update with some breaking news for you right now. If you've been following along on air and online, you know about the Manawa flood emergency that is taking place, and we have reporters in Manawa right now. Samantha Cavalli telling us police have informed her that people living downriver of the dam in Manawa, they need to seek higher ground right now because the dam is not safe. They are saying, quote, it's going to go. So the collapse of that dam imminent right now. Police urging people who live downriver of that dam in Manawa to seek higher ground right now as we bring up this information right here of the flood emergency taking place right now. There is emergency shelters that are available at the Manawa High School as well as the Masonic Lodge. The sheriff in Waupaca County telling Action 2 News that there are no injuries that have been reported at this time. In addition to the evacuations below the downriver of the dam, the rodeo grounds in Manawa, the rodeo taking place this weekend, as well as Wolf River Campground have been evacuated at this time as again, a flood emergency taking place right now in Manawa and in Waupaca County as those rains continue to push through northeastern Wisconsin right now. And we want to bring in meteorologist Keith Gibson right now. Keith, thank you so much for joining us. We know Bo has been working hard back there in the Weather Center. You're joining him now as well. Just kind of bring everybody up to speed here, Keith, on what's going on right now. A very, very serious situation taking place. For sure, and this is just it's a slow-moving disaster, these kind of flooding situations are. And we knew there was the potential for some heavy rainfall today, and it's really exacerbated in some areas here. Let's bring up our First Alert Viper Max computer, our weather graphics here full screen. I do want to show you that we do have the greatest, I'm going to do this right here, Emerson. There we go. Okay, so we've got the radar up there, and I'm going to show you what we have going right now. The heaviest rain has actually shifted southeast of south of Green Bay, south of Appleton. But first, let's come in where we have the flash flood emergency that continues for the Manawa area until 2:30. The heaviest rain for that area has shifted to the southeast, but as far as the rainfall over the last 6 hours here, I want to just query some of these numbers here, and this is very disturbing and impressive at the same time. Some of these values here in and around Manawa, 3 to 5 inches of rain, if not more here. And again, when that falls in just a handful of hours or minutes, it can really cause some flooding issues. So that was pocket number one. And we've also had several other pockets here over towards Hortonville and in and around the New London area. Several inches of rain, also northeast of Appleton, perhaps over 3, and southeast of Wrightstown, perhaps around 3. So that's where the heaviest rain has been. And one thing to remind folks is if you encounter flooding, just go the opposite direction. You just do not want to drive into any flooded waters. But the heaviest rain now, as we put this into loop mode, the heaviest rain now is shifted southeast of where those flooding issues are. There's a little bit of thunder in here, but the activity is going to gradually wind down here as we go throughout the course of the afternoon. We are sitting right underneath the area of low pressure, and that is acting like a little vacuum to produce the showers and storms of the atmosphere today, but it's going to be swirling to the southeast. So I want to give folks a heads up with Predictor. It's been doing a pretty good job here. Emerson, you can see it's doing a really good job with the current activity. This is as of 2 p.m., but as we advance to about 4, it starts to decrease in coverage and intensity, still concentrated southeast of Green Bay with some other activity back to the northwest. And this is 7 o'clock. It's really coming to an end. So we've had a lot of rain. It's shifting southeast right now, and it will continue to do so as we go throughout the next couple of hours here. So the damage is done, and now we're just in action mode and eventually recovery mode as we go throughout the next couple of hours, Emerson. And Keith, as you mentioned, the rain moving to the southeast, the city of Appleton has just declared a flood emergency. So for those of you who follow along with our WBAY push alerts, you just got that push alert. The city of Appleton declaring a flood emergency right now as water is visible on roadways in Appleton. We're going to take a look here at downtown Appleton right now, and no flooding from this Skycam view, but you can see the roadways that are wet there. And again, Appleton
declaring a flood emergency right now in the city. So continue to stay up to date with WBAY Action 2 News as we continue to first alert you. Keith, we appreciate that look in there, and we're going to bring some folks back here now and look at some of the images that we're seeing from Manawa as that flood emergency continues to take place there. You can see these roadways completely covered with rain. Folks out there up to the wheel wells of those vehicles there as the flooding continues in Manawa, and the crew, of course, continuing to keep us up to date with everything going on with that flooding there. You can see more images here. Again, these are from viewers submitting these photos from Manawa as that flood emergency continues there. Again, the police in Manawa, they have asked for anyone living downriver of the dam in Manawa. They're asking people to evacuate that area. They told our reporter on the scene, Samantha Cavalli, that the dam could breach at any moment, that is imminent. They're asking people to seek higher ground. Again, please follow along with our First Alert apps to stay up to date with all of this as this situation continues to unfold in Manawa right now. Again, a flood emergency has been issued in Manawa, as well as the city of Appleton is flooding continues right now. The latest that we have from the Waupaca County Sheriff's Office, they say that no injuries have been reported at this time, so that's good. They said most fire departments throughout the county are currently in Manawa. There are roadblocks set up surrounding the city, blocking off certain roadways. But again, crews are out there trying to assist vehicles. Several vehicles, we're told, are trapped in the floodwaters at this time. And again, the sheriff's office telling us no injuries right now. For those that do need to evacuate their homes, again, if you are downriver of the dam in Manawa, you are asked to evacuate your home right now, as that dam, the failure of that dam is imminent. They're asking people to evacuate. There are currently shelters set up. I'll pull this back up here so you can take a look here, take a screenshot if you need to. There are currently shelters set up at the Manawa High School as well as the Masonic Lodge. So if you are living downriver, again, please heed that advice from police and seek higher ground. And as Keith said as well, do not drive through floodwaters. Turn around, don't drown. That is such an important message, especially on a day like today as this flash flooding continues throughout northeastern Wisconsin. So again, we just wanted to jump on here, give you all a quick update on the flood emergency taking place right now in Manawa. The people are continuing to bring this, the police continuing to update us. We will continue to first alert you as well to any more information that continues to be made present to us as we continue to follow this. We're going to be bringing you a live stream of President Biden's visit to Madison coming up shortly, so make sure to stay tuned with us for that. But again, flash flood emergency has been issued in Manawa. Appleton declaring a flood emergency as well right now. So please stay tuned with Action 2 News, both on air and online, as we continue to first alert you to the latest news here, and we will continue to keep you updated throughout the day.